I am going to predict your future. In exactly 7 seconds, you will want to click away. You will feel an itch in your brain, a panic, a need to keep moving. Wait for it. There it is. That is the sound of your programming. I am 96 years old. I have seen wars. I have seen famine. I have seen death. But what I see in your generation scares me more than anything I have ever seen. I see a world full of ghosts. You think you are watching this video. You are not. You are being fed. You are the lab rat in the biggest experiment in human history. And you are losing. I have very little time left. My candle is almost out. But before I go, I want to give you the antidote. I want to show you how to break the cage before it locks you in forever. Watch closely, because I can only tell you this once. When I was 20, silence was a constant companion. If I walked to the store, I walked in silence. If I waited for a bus, I waited in silence. If I sat in a chair, I sat in silence. We didn't call it boredom back then. We called it living. In that silence, I learned who I was. I wrestled with my demons. I dreamed up my future. I processed my pain. When you are alone with your thoughts, you are forced to face yourself. You cannot run. You cannot hide. But you have destroyed silence. The moment there is a lull in the conversation, out comes the phone. The moment you sit on the toilet, out comes the phone. The moment you wake up in the morning, out comes the phone. You are never alone. And because you are never alone, you never truly meet yourself. You are filling every crack of your life with noise, with other people's opinions, with news that doesn't matter. You are numbing yourself. Pain is necessary. Boredom is necessary. Boredom is where creativity is born. Pain is where character is forged. When you scroll, you are skipping the growing pains of life. You are choosing to be an observer rather than a participant. You think you are connected to everyone, but you are disconnected from the only person who matters, yourself. Let me tell you about memory. At 96, memory is all I have left. It is my most precious possession. I close my eyes and I can see my wife Eleanor on the day we met. I don't have a video of it. I don't have a photo, but I have the memory. I remember the smell of her perfume, lavender and rain. I remember the way the sunlight hit her hair. I remember the nervousness in my stomach. I was there, fully there. I wasn't looking for the right angle. I wasn't wondering what a caption should be. I wasn't checking to see if anyone liked it. I was absorbing the moment with my soul. Today, you do not have memories. You have files. You go to a concert and you watch it through a 5-inch screen. You see a sunset and your first instinct is to capture it, not to feel it. You eat a beautiful meal and the camera eats first. Do you understand what you are doing? You are outsourcing your memory to a machine. When you look at the world through a lens, you detach yourself from it. You become a cameraman in your own movie instead of the actor. You are creating a library of moments you never actually felt. One day you will be 96, and you will try to look back. You will try to remember how her hand felt in yours. You will try to remember the sound of his laugh, but you won't be able to. You will only remember the phone. Put the camera down. Trust your eyes. Trust your heart. Let the moment pass. Let it be temporary. That is what makes it beautiful. There is a poison in that device. A subtle, slow-acting poison. It is the poison of comparison. In my day, the only people I compared myself to were my neighbors. Maybe John down the street had a nicer car. Maybe Mary had a better garden. That was it. My world was small. My competition was manageable. But you wake up and you compete with the entire world. You open that app and you are bombarded with the best 1% of the human experience. You see the billionaire's yacht. You see the model's perfect body, you see the traveler's perfect vacation, you see their highlight reel, and you compare it to your behind the scenes, and you feel inadequate, you feel poor, you feel ugly, you feel slow. You ask yourself, why isn't my life like that? I am here to tell you, their life isn't like that either. It is a performance. It is a stage play. But your brain doesn't know that. Your ancient primate brain sees these images and thinks you are failing. Stoicism teaches us to desire what we already have, to find peace in our own lot in life. But your phone teaches you the opposite. It trains you to be perpetually dissatisfied. It trains you to want more, to want else, to want other. You cannot be happy here because you are always looking there. Limit your scope. Happiness is found in the small radius of your own reality. It is found in the cup of coffee in your hand, in the smile of the clerk at the store, in the comfort of your own bed. The world in your pocket is a fantasy. The world around you is real. My time is almost up. But yours? You have decades. If I could reach through this screen and grab you by the shoulders, I would tell you this. Put it down. Put it in a drawer. Go for a walk without it. Look at the people you love until you can describe the color of their eyes from memory. Fail at something. Get embarrassed. Feel the sting of a lonely afternoon without trying to escape it. You are not a user. You are a human being. Don't let a piece of plastic steal the only life you will ever have, because when you are 96 lying where I am, you won't wish you'd spent more time on Instagram. You'll wish you had looked up more often. If this old man's rambling made you feel even a little bit uncomfortable, good. That discomfort is your soul trying to wake up. Don't let it fall back asleep. Subscribe to this journey of getting your life back. Not because I want followers, but because you need reminders to stay human in a world that wants you to be a machine. Now please, turn this off. Go outside and live.